Hello, I'm Jennifer, and in this video I'm going to show you how to choose custom window treatments for your home, so stay tuned. So the first thing you need to consider is the type of window treatment. Now for your kitchen and your laundry room and your bathrooms, a valance works best. Then for your living room, dining room, office, or bedroom, a long drapery panel works best. Once you've decided on a valance or a drapery panel, the next thing you need to do is measure. Don't be intimidated, it's really not that hard, and I'm going to show you how. I'm going to start with a valance. So say this is your window. Most windows you have a little bit of room from the top of your window to the crown molding or to the ceiling. I personally like to hang a valance a little bit higher because there's two things. It'll give the illusion that your window's a lot bigger than it is. And then I like to come down just a little bit on my window. So what you want to do, so pretend that's your valance. We're going to pretend that's like a box pleat valance. What I want you to do is you're going to measure where do you want that valance to start and where do you want it to stop on your window. And then you just need to measure that. Usually the lengths I kind of work with are around 18 inches up to about 24 inches. And that's all you need to do except for the width. So you've got the width of your window measured exactly on each side, and what I like to do is I like to add an inch on each side because a lot of times valances are mounted on a board, so we want them to come out just a little bit from the window so that when we use the L-shaped brackets, we've got a place to mount them on the wall instead of the window. Okay, now let's figure out how to measure for drapery panels. Again, you're gonna have space above your window and you need to determine how much space do you wanna take up. When it comes to drapery panels, I like to hang them about as high as possible because that's gonna make your room look a lot bigger. So there's two ways I make this super easy. One is I start with just what's the top of the window measurement to the floor, and I get that measurement right there. Then I measure from the bottom of the crown molding to the top of the window and say that's 12 inches. And say this is 84 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out, well, how high do I want the curtain? If I want it to go all the way up to the crown molding, all I have to do is add 84 and 12. And that gives us 96. It's really as easy as that. So the next thing you need to figure out is your drapery hardware. Now, if you like a really minimalistic look, which is really where I kind of lean, there's a rod that's called a French return rod. And all that is it curves around and attaches to the wall. And you usually will have your drapes hung on rings. But what I like about the French return rod is the drapes go all the way around to the side, so no light shows in on the side of the window treatment. And then once everything's hung, really the only rod you see is kind of in the middle of your drapery. Now, another thing that I like to do, a lot of times we have a big window, say in a living room or a bedroom, and we're just going to do a single width or maybe a width and a half. They're not going to be closing. Well, sometimes we don't like to see a big rod going all the way across the window. So what I like to do is I like to have that rod cut down, and I usually have it cut down to 18 to 20 inches. And then we hang one panel on one side and one on the other. It requires 4 finials instead of 2 with the longer rod, but to me, it's a cleaner look. So window treatments, they make the biggest difference in any room. Now, we sell some online drapery panels. Let me show you my bedroom drapes. These are ones we have in our online store. These are a soft, muted, very timeless look. Then I have another pair that we sell online, and these are my actual dining room drapes. I love them. They're a toile color in a very muted blue. Now let me talk to you about something. We offer a whole line of linen drapery panels, and the reason I wanted to offer this is because there's been several times that I've gone to a client's house and they have purchased some online drapes from a very high-end online store, and they just were not made very well. In fact, one pair we had to remake. Our linen drapery panels, they come in several colors. You can get them in single width, you can get them in double width. They have a 3-finger pinch pleat and they're lined. And what lining does is it keeps your drapes from fading, and it also makes your drapes heavier and just makes them look beautiful. And I tell you, if you're nervous about it, how to pick what measurement, call us, because my girls on staff are very educated and can help you. And if you call on the right day, I might be the one answering the phone to help you. We will help you choose the length you need, whether you need single width or double width. We are there to help you. I will put a link to our store, to our online store, JD's All About Home, in the description of this video. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Jennifer Decorates, and everybody stay safe and well.